What's up, guys? Welcome to SLC Punkcast Live and Wired, your source for all the upcoming shows in and around Salt Lake City, at least on my portion, and Dustin handles the more national district and sometimes worldwide. Anyway, I've got a few tales from the pit to get to. So let's just get started on that segment, shall we? So as I've been plugging for the last couple of sorry, some cocaine left over. No, as I've been plugging for the last couple of weeks, I put on a show for one of my very best friend's birthdays. She turned, well, it wasn't exactly a landmark birthday. She was turning 31. She's as old as half of the months out of the year are long by days. I don't even want to fucking try that. The point is, it was a birthday show, and this is the first time anyone threw like a birthday show for her in like ever. And it's the first time she had like a birthday celebration of this magnitude in since she told me since she was a kid, really. So I've been putting this together for a couple months. Started getting all the bands together. Got my friends in Filth Lords and Tact and Captain Daniels all on the bill alongside Apathetics. And then Apathetics were hit with a bit of a snag. 2 days before, our drummer Ben, who, I don't know if I mentioned this before, struggles with MS. He has multiple sclerosis. And recently he got over a case of shingles, and then he went into his doctor doing his checkup and saying, and they did an MRI and found that he had lesions in his brain. So then they had to put him on a different medication. You know, get him off of the old ones and start injecting him, having to start taking these steroids. So that rendered him not exactly immobile, but he didn't have the endurance. And he's a drummer. He kind of needs the fucking endurance to be able to play a whole set. And he would not be able to do that. So we were scrambling, just trying to think of ideas like, oh God, did we play this show? What are we gonna do? Can Ben play like a song? Can we do an acoustic set? Maybe we should drop out entirely. All this fun shit. All this stupid shit. Anyway, we did manage to secure a fill-in drummer. It was my boy Jay, who is playing drums for Anonymous right now. And he has actually filled in for Ben one other time. Well, two other times. It was a couple years ago when he was also going under some new medication and practically rendered his immune system useless. So Ben was like out. He was the bubble boy, as he put it, just totally sequestered on lockdown in his room, in his house. And yeah, he couldn't leave for a full 3 months. For 3 months. So this is nothing new to Ben. I mean, he has to live with this disease. Anyway, but we did manage to secure a drummer with Jay, and he learned the set within like a couple of days. It was easy for him. He had already done it before, and we did like most of the songs that he already knew. We weren't able to play our newer ones at this show, which is a bummer. But hey, at least we got to play. And play we did. The show itself was fucking awesome. Tact went on first, and they just absolutely tore it up. You know, they are such an awesome, fucking lively, and such a vibrant band. They are a 3-piece, and they feel like a 5-piece. They are just awesome. I love Tact, and yeah, at the very end, their guitarist, whose name is escaping me right now, he just like grabbed all the strings on his guitar and just ripped them out, you know, one by one, just like boom, boom, boom. I'm like, that is fucking cool. The only other time I've seen a musician do that is the last time that I saw Aiden years ago, like way back in 2012, they played at Kilby Court, and at the end of their set, their bassist, Zombie Nick, just stuck his bass up on the ceiling of the venue and just started ripping out his bass string, just boom, boom, boom. Pretty fucking awesome. It's pretty cool when bands go the extra mile for that. And they just absolutely murdered it. They were dancing into the fucking crowd and just knocking over the mic stands and everything like that. It was quite a fucking strong opener. Quite a strong opening for a band. And then Filth Lords comes on. I was excited to have Filth Lords on the bill with us. The last time that we had shared a bill, it was for another birthday show I put together. Go figure. But you know, we always welcome them back. And Filth Lords, they actually had to write their set list on our whiteboard. We use that garage. I mean, the Poser Palace, it is a garage. And it's the same garage that we use as our practice space. So we have a whiteboard over there just to list out like the songs and the structures and which ones are new ones. And then we use it to write out our potential set list. Well, Filth Lords used that to write out their whole set list. It's still on there. I think it's pretty funny that they did that. And yeah, it's pretty awesome. And I was looking at their set list. I'm going down. I'm seeing, okay, I love these songs. Hopeless R. I go, I don't recognize that song. Wait a minute. And then they're going through their set list, and then they're like, all right, this next song is a cover song. Sing it if you know it. It's by a band that we love, the mighty Bouncing Souls. This is called Hopeless Romantic. I knew it. And as soon as that started, I remember me and Tay were crowding Alex, their lead singer and guitarist, just going, I'm a hopeless romantic, you're just hopeless. I was so stoked on that one. It's one of my favorite Bouncing Souls songs. It is great. It was just awesome. I was expecting them to do another cover of like either Unity by Op Ivy or American Jesus by Bad Religion, because they've done that in the past, but this was a welcome addition. Yeah, and then Filth Lords, yeah, they fucking killed it. And then, then the next was us, Apathetics, and we were going to play a shortened version of the set we wanted to play, but, you know, such was the case. My main thing was that we had to play the cover of the Ramones' Bonzo Goes to Bitburg, because that song was upon request. Now, the thing is, with Apathetics, when I'm putting together a birthday show for one of my friends, I ask them if they have a song that we would like them to play. You know, a song that that they would like us to cover. We've done that before. We did that with for my friend Shawnee twice. We did the song "Baby I'm an Anarchist" by Against Me, and we did 10 in 2010 by Bad Religion. And then for Siobhan, I asked her, well, what song do you want us to play? I was expecting her to give us like an Offspring or a Social Distortion song, because I know that she loves those two bands. And then she said, Ramones, play the Bonzo Goes to Bitburg. I go, well, I didn't fucking know that. I didn't expect that. She said, that's my favorite song. Hey, that's my favorite song too. So fuck it, let's do it. I was met with some pushback by Tyler and Josh. Well, Josh was like, what is that song? I don't even know if the crowd's gonna know it. I go, dude, that song has been covered before. You know what it is. Brain is hanging upside down. Okay, now I get it. And Tyler, he just wasn't too thrilled on the song. He's like, I don't know. I don't know about this song. They were really kind of only playing it out of obligation. And I'm like, well, so help me God, we will be fucking playing this. It's upon request. My friend whose birthday it is, the show that we're playing, has specifically asked us to play that song, and we are gonna do it. And we did. I just handed off the bass to Tyler, and then I got to be the lead vocalist. If you follow us on Facebook, well, maybe not the band on Facebook, but if you have me as a friend on Facebook, I shared the videos. My buddy Matt, or Scabs, Matt Johnson from, originally from Press Gang Union and Violent Unrest. He's not in any band currently, but we've had him on the show plenty of times as a guest. And anyway, he was there. He got a whole video of me doing Bonzo Goes to Bitburg, and my friend Mark. Matt, Bearded Matt. He got a video of us playing that song, and also of us playing Misery, and we sounded so good. We sounded pretty awesome. And the crowd was getting pretty lively in there. My friends Kyle, Bryce, and Hunter were doing like a little 3-man mosh pit, and also Landon, my best friend, he was there taking pictures and moshing around in the crowd. It was some good shit, I tell you. And then the closer was Captain Daniels. Captain Daniels and the Sunnybrook Sailors. That was their second time playing there, and they sounded just fucking perfect. Fucking perfect. I really gotta hand it to Bryce. He's our sound guy. He knows exactly how to work that fucking PA. He's a masterclass. I love what he does. He's just an awesome person. And he's also an awesome bassist. He's my bassist now. He's my bassist, bitch. He plays an anonymous. And yeah, he's just great. That show was just great. Captain Daniels, they did a great, they did a great set. Did their famous cover of, well, it's not exactly famous, but they covered Ghost Riders in the Sky. They always play that one. And yeah, it was just a great time all around. It wasn't a super huge show. It wasn't that rowdy or anything, but I wasn't expecting it to be. And it was fine because everybody was chill. You know, especially considering the mishap that we had the week prior where we had to shut the show down because of a medical emergency. That was a fucking huge stressor. So the fact that this one went off very smoothly, I was okay with that. And Siobhan had a fucking great time. She was so thankful to me and to everybody who had put that show on. And Siobhan, it was our fucking pleasure. We were really happy to do it. I was happy to host. I was happy to put all this together. And I was happy to play. I'm happy to make you happy. And I'm happy that your kid, yes, her kid was there. And this was her first punk show. Fitting that it was in a garage, right? I am so happy that that was her first experience. And she even told me when she was going home, like the first thing her daughter asked her was, "So when's the next one?" I'm like, we got her. We got her. She is following in your footsteps. She was even wearing her kid was even wearing her old vest that she had when I first met her, like way back in. Also in 2012. 2012 was a magical year. Not bad for the year that the world was supposed to end. So it was a good show. I'm so happy that everything went off more or less without a hitch. And and afterwards, everybody's chilling. Everybody's kicking back a few beers and just having a good time, having a nice time. Yeah, it was just an awesome show, and everybody was so grateful that we had them. I was stoked that Tact played there, stoked that Filth Lords played there, and I'm stoked that people are really digging this venue. I'm loving it. I'm loving what I'm doing. Pain in the ass as it may be, but it's awesome. So yeah, Poser Palace, we're fucking killing it. Now, those are all my tales from the pit. Now, trust me, I'm going to have many more next time you see me because these next couple of weeks are very loaded. And in just the next week, I will be attending / playing potentially 5 shows. Yeah. So let's get right to them. On the 2nd, I will be seeing Obituary. Obituary. You bitch your ass, I'm going to fucking be there. The Cause of Death 35th anniversary tour, and they are playing with Nails, with Terror, and with Spirit World, and Pest Control. I love every band on that bill. I am going there right after I clock out, making sure I get a good parking spot. I get into the line. I make sure I get into that fucking venue. I do not want to miss a damn second of this. It's going to be a brutal show. A brutal show. Cause of Death is one of my most favorite death metal albums, and Obituary is one of my favorite death metal bands. They are definitely like neck and neck with Cannibal Corpse as to being like the best old school death metal band. I love them. I love them so goddamn much, and this will be my first time seeing Nails. I have never seen Nails. I wanted to see them for years. They are such a great fucking band. And part of which why I haven't seen them yet is because they took a break from touring and releasing music for a long time. They were just playing the festival circuit for a while. And now they're out. They got a new album out and they're touring the world. Well, the US anyway, but fuck it, I'll take it. Of course I'm going to take it. Anyway, that'll be at the Depot. It'll be at 6 p.m. Well, I'm going to be there by at least 6 p.m. I think it's going to start around 7. And yeah, if you still want to get in there, I mean, it's, the tickets in advance were $38.50. I assume there'll be like $40, $45 at the door, day of show. if there are tickets still available. Pretty sure they are. I'm pretty sure they are. I bought mine a week ago, so we should be pretty Gucci there. Anyway, right after that, the third, the Wart Tour 25, as in 2025. This is the first time they're doing it. This is a free show if you're under 11. What I mean is, like, this is an all ages endeavor. It's an outdoor show at Bewilder Brewing. It's in their parking lot. And as you can see, we got quite a few bands on there, including mine, the Apathetics. So it's going to be an all-day thing with bands Frick, Murphy and the Giant, Pirates of the Promised Land, American Humor, and Perfectly Flawed. Yeah, like I said, it's an all-day thing. The show is going to start at 2 p.m. And if you see up in the little corner there's multiple prices to pay. If you're an adult, you pay $20. But if you're between the ages of 11 and 17, you pay $15. And if you're under 11, you can get in for free. You get the Five Below discount. I don't know. It's like if you just barely hit the double digits, you get in for free. I think they should pay double the price, but that's just me. Yeah, well. Yeah, but whatever. It's going to be a nice show. Apathetics will be playing last. I know that. Goes from 2 to, I think 6 because we're going to go on at 5. So yeah, just come and hang out. It'll be an all-day thing. And it's a good thing that it's going from 2 to 5 because I have a show to get to directly after that. And that is the mighty I Hate God with Hibernaut, Gargle, and God's Iron. Yeah, God's Iron. Just God's Iron. I wanted to say God's Iron Fist, because that actually sounds pretty cool. Come on, don't tell me it doesn't. God's Iron Fist. But no, it's just God's Iron, or God's Iron Booth. Yeah, God's Iron Booth. Okay. Maybe God's Iron Tooth. Okay. No, I just had it written down in my notes incorrectly. God's Iron Tooth. I just stopped at God's Iron. I'm like, wait a minute, that doesn't seem right. God's Iron Tooth at Aces High, $25 in advance or $30 if you're the 30 day of show, or free if it's me. I'm just kidding. I'm only allowed free into certain shows. It just kind of depends on which one it is. But this one, I'm definitely going to be paying for. It's got to go. I gotta get the money in there because it's I Hate fucking God. I got to pay my tithing, right? Anyway, that's going to be at Aces, $25 in advance, $30 day of show. I reiterate, and it's starting at 8 p.m. And then on the 5th, Starving Wolves is making their triumphant return to Salt Lake City. And they are going to be playing with Satan himself, and Thundersack, and Sleepy Demon, and the Lucha Project is going to be doing their little performances in between. The Lucha Project is a local amateur wrestling organization, and I have seen them perform at shows a couple of times, and they are fun. They're super funny. It's fun watching amateur wrestling. They're just in it. They're not trying to be like good or anything. It's just, well, I mean, wrestling itself is just really overplayed and really like, if you've watched WWE, you know what I'm talking about. It's really fucking dumb. It's a lot of, it's campy. It's really campy. And the Lucha Project is definitely no exception to that rule. So definitely come out and check this show out. It's going to be badass. That'll be at Aces High. Going to be $20, and it starts at 6 p.m. And then, if you got any plans for the 3rd, the 5th, and the 6th, well, I hope they involve this round of shows because the band The Used is celebrating their 25th anniversary as a band. And they are celebrating that by playing each of their first 3 albums, one for every night. On the 3rd, they will be playing their self-titled record. On the 5th, they will be playing all of In Love and Death. And then on the 6th, all of Lies for the Liars. So pretty fucking cool if you were a diehard Used fan. I am not. I only listened to a couple of songs by The Used. They were not my energy at all. They were like, they're okay. That sort of third wave, post-hardcore, mall emo type music it's fine. What they do is good. What they do is just not for me. But anyway, that's going to be at the Union, and each day it will start at 7 p.m. And for single day passes, they are $50 each. But then you pay, but if you want the whole fucking shebang, 3-day pass, that's $200. So, yep, empty out your wallets and start putting on that eyeliner and teasing up that hair and put that little Hello Kitty bowl right above your, Hello Kitty bow on your fucking temple, right above your temple. And just remember the days when MySpace used to be a thing. Anyway, now on the 6th, I will be somewhere else. Well, I'm going to attempt to be at somewhere else. I want to go see the Buzzcocks and Strawberry Fuzz at the Metro. That's going to be $42. And it'll be starting at 7 p.m. Now, I've seen the Buzzcocks twice now. I saw them way back in 2016 when Pete Shelley was still alive. That was at Punk Rock Bowling. And it was the same year that Pete Shelley died, actually. So that was very devastating. But I am happy that I got to see Buzzcocks while he was still alive. And then I saw them just last year with Bad Religion. Or was it Descendants? I think it was Descendants that I saw them playing. Yeah, it was Descendants. Bad Religion was not here last year. They're coming this year. Okay. So yeah, Descendants and Buzzcocks, they played together at the Union. That was a fun show. And yeah, I want to go see them again because Buzzcocks, man. Anyway, yeah, that's what I'm going to try and be. And then May 10th, next, I believe it's Saturday, right? Yeah, May 10th, next Saturday, my friends, my skinhead friends, Coke and Chloe, are celebrating their birthdays, and it's going to double up as a Punks and Punchlines show. So Punks and Punchlines, if you don't remember, that is an organization that promotes comedy acts. All underground local comedians, and how it works is my friend Hunter, who is the curator of all this, the founder, and does everything about it, will have 4 comics come up and do 10 to 15 minute sets each, and then they'll close out with a punk band to play. Apathetics have done it twice now. And he's going to be doing this over at our house, but they're going to do like a thing where it's like we have a comic, then a band, comic, band, and it'll just follow suit. So I don't know the names of the comics that will be playing, but that will be doing any stand-up sets, but I'm sure they will be good. But the bands that are playing, we have Gag Nancy, Blushing, and Fancy Lads. All really great bands, but Gag Nancy has played here once, and I think Blushing played at one point or another. I don't remember, but either way, it's going to be a fucking great time. And yeah, that'll be at Poser Palace. It's going to be starting at 6 p.m. and it's only $5 to enter. Come on, $5. You can't beat that, folks. $5. It's going to be a great time. That's May 10th. May 11th, Wormrot is coming to Salt Lake City, and No Mas is coming with them. And also playing this show will be Oxygen Destroyer, Sacrilegion, and Ribbons. This is going to be a fucking banger, folks. That's going to be at Ace's High Saloon. It's only $20 to enter, and it starts at 7 p.m. That's going to be great. Well, they say start at 7 p.m. Pretty sure door is at 7 p.m. If you've been to Ace's as many times as I have, the show doesn't really get started until around 8:30. Depending on the size of the bill, too. This is a pretty stacked bill, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be starting around 8. That's my prediction. And then May 15th is the Kilby Block Party, Day 1. Now, I'm only talking about Day 1 because, I mean, look at this thing. There is too much to fucking go over here. And the thing is, Day 2 through 4, I'm not totally interested in a lot of those bands. I mean, I'm sure they're good. I'm sure that if I listen to them, I might dig it, but I don't know. There's just too much that I don't recognize on there. I mean, obviously, except for Weezer, but everybody knows Weezer. The one band that I am bummed is not playing the day that I want to go is Gang of Four. Gang of Four, they are one of the OG punk bands, started way back in the early mid-70s. They were like on the cutting edge. They were fucking great. So I am bummed that I'm going to miss them, but I don't want to shell out $140 to just see, one band. I mean, the intent of seeing one band is what I mean, and playing not a very long set, I bet. But I do want to go on day one. As you can see there, you can probably understand why. New Order and Devo, I love both of those bands so much. I don't know the other guys. Future Island, Yo La Tengo, and Teen Suicide, and Levelor. I don't know any of those bands, but I'm sure they will be good. But hey, New Order and Devo is enough for me. I've seen Devo once. I saw them a couple years ago at Park City Live when they did when they were doing the premiere of the Devo documentary, and they were asked to play a set after the premiere. So they said, yes, we will do that. And that was a great show. It was awesome seeing Devo for the first time. I've wanted to see them for quite a long time. Quite a long time indeed, and this is my chance to see them again. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going for the one day, and getting one day, it's still a pretty hefty fucking fee at $144. I am just like, it's Devo, it's New Order, it's Devo, it's New Order. Who knows how much longer either of those bands are going to be around, so yeah, just bite the bullet, I guess. Anyway, we'll be at the Utah State Fair Park and starts at 8 p.m. And finally, May 17th is a birthday/benefit show. This will be celebrating the birthday of my friend Brandon. I call him Brandon Cromag, but his last name is Cromer. Brandon Cromag. And for my other friend Tiberius, who has underwent various surgeries to help fix his displaced shoulder. And yeah, half the time that I saw him over the last year, his arm was always in a sling. It sucks. It sucks. So this is a benefit show to help cover some of his medical bills. And so yeah. And Brandon is just a fucking awesome guy. Love this man. He has always been a stand-up dude and is just, yeah, I'm pretty sure is the one that has the biggest man crush on me. But we love each other. We love each other so much. And I love Tiberius, he is a fucking G. One of the funniest guys I've ever met. And really, all these bands on here are fucking awesome. Fucking Bloodstar, Sacrilegion, Acid Hologram, and Rationalist. You can't go wrong. There's a lot of people who are going to be showing up for this show, and for a good cause. To help out Tib and to celebrate Brandon's life, you can't go wrong. You cannot go wrong. I am excited for that one. That's going to be that's going to be a banger. I'm excited. That's going to be at Ace's High Saloon and is only $20 to enter. And it will be starting at 8 p.m. Anyway, those are all the shows that I got coming up over the next 2 weeks. And like I said, I'll be at a great deal of them. So prepare yourself for Tales from the Pit next week. It'll probably be in its own episode. We shall see. We shall see how many shows I actually can afford to go to. But anyway, guys, that's it for me. This has been Eric from SLC Punkcast. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Live and Wired. And yeah, I will be with you next week to tale of my tales from the pit. And just to give you an entire new cornucopia of concerts that will be coming up in your general area. Now, on to Dustin to give us all the shows that'll be happening nationally. Take care, folks. I'll see you in the next one.
Thank you, Eric. And now we go around the world in no particular order. But first, I've got a tale from the pit. I actually went 2 nights ago and saw Hans Gruber and the Diehards and Escape from the Zoo. I did see Captain Daniels and the Sunnybrook Sailors. I only caught their last song, but I've seen them before, and they're fantastic. Man, so happy to get to see Hans Gruber and the Diehards. I've seen videos. We had Kurt and Rosie on the show a while back, probably 2020, something like that, when they released their split with Sergeant Skag, and that was a fantastic show last night, 2 nights ago. Escape from the Zoo, great too. If you like Days and Days, they did some of their, because a couple of members from Days and Days, they did a couple Days and Days tracks. The end of the show was fantastic. As per usual, Hans Gruber and the Diehards, everybody pretty much strips down to their underwear because they are active. At one point, Rosie was doing a conga line through the crowd, people hopping on there as they did their Harry Belafonte cover. Had some guests come up, and anybody, if you are going to go see them live and you play a horn, Bring it with you. The last song, they will have you hop on stage and play with the band. Very interactive, I suppose, but just a great experience. They put on an excellent show, so much energy. Love that band a lot. So here's the rest of their tour. If they're going to be in your area, they're on the last quarter, it looks like. And then Escape from the Zoo, man, they were awesome too. I'm glad to get to see them. They did some covers. I think they did a Weezer cover. That's what they said. Not a Weezer track I'm familiar with. I'm not that big into Weezer. Eric was just talking about Weezer, though, in the first part and not going to see them. But nonetheless, they were awesome at the end. They also had some crowd participation. You come up and sing a verse, and tons of people did. If they have videos of their live shows, or if you want to go see them, be prepared. You can hop on stage and play with them. I love the saxophone with, especially with both those bands. Rosie's a great sax player, but it adds so much. It's got to be one of my favorite instruments to have in punk music. So, these were obviously more ska core, whatever you want to call them. But just in general, man, the saxophone, cool as shit. So go check them out. They were wonderful to see. I'm going to hop in here. We've got Stay Out. I've been mentioning their stuff on their Tariff Tour. Slow, I guess, May 3rd. That's coming up tomorrow. Oakland on the 17th and Alameda on the 26th. That's pretty far out, but there you go. And then Bones 8 Arfa, they've still got a few shows left. They're probably playing in Brighton right now at the Hope and Ruin. And then on May 14th, Great Escape Festival. May 31st, London at Hope and Anchor. And then June 14th, Beach Dreams Festival. And they just released their Bananas EP a week or two ago, so go check that out. Next, we've got our pals in Direct Action. Shout out to Bart. They just played a show last night, May 1st. And then on May 10th, they've got the Cafe Bluff in Herlen, Netherlands. May 23rd. And May 24th, they'll be in Spain. You can see right there on the flyer where you can go catch Direct Action. Working on a new album as well. Noise Agents, they've got a show tonight in Double Down Saloon in Las Vegas. So go check them out if you're in Las Vegas. And then May 10th, they've got a show at Offbeat Bar in Los Angeles. They've got a few other shows coming up. Plus, as you can tell, they'll be in the UK for Rebellion Festival. So they'll be playing a bunch of shows there in August. On May 10th, you got Beaverpalooza at Fermata Brewing, and that is in Ambridge, Pennsylvania. You get The Cheats, who I think just dropped an album, or it's coming out. I've been getting notifications for a while. I've heard it actually had an early release. It's really cool. And Wayward Brigade from Maryland are coming in. The Scratch and Snips from Pittsburgh. And then 65 Rats. All bands we have played. Great band. It's $5 cover, 6 p.m. Get there for Saturday, May 10th. Next, on Friday, May 16th, Wildlife. They'll be putting out an album, as you can tell, Sorted. We'll be playing that on an upcoming episode of SLC Punkcast, something from it. By the way, the show's in Philly. Doors are at 7, show at 8, $15 advance, 20 day of, and you also get to see Doc Rotten, Lil Bambinos, and Pink Soap. After that, on May 17th, Cupertino X Bar. You get to see Last Ditch Effort, American Standard, Face Kicker, Hemmed Up, and Rail Rage. It's an all-ages show, and they're offering a 21 and older bar. 7 p.m., and it's $10 to get in there on May 17th. May 3rd coming up tomorrow, so you do have a chance to get there. It looks like it's in Hamburg. You can see Healers of Bastards and Ad Nauseum. So go check that show out. Looks like doors are at 9, so you don't have to get there too early. Go check it out. Hamburg, Lobisch. Next up, we've got, where's the date? Oh, May 9th. There it is. Our pals in The Afraid are playing with the Pretendants, tribute to the Descendants, RF7, Toledo Panic, and then Raw, Radioactive Waste. It's a $10 pre-sale, so get them early, but you can also pay $15 at the door. Tickets are on Eventbrite. I don't know if they do service charges. They shouldn't. And so it might be close to the same anyway if you wait to the day of, because your tickets are on Eventbrite ahead of time. But pre-sales also help determine the success, the intended success anyway of the show. So it helps to get your tickets pre. It's a Gigi's cocktail bar in Ventura, California. So go check out our pals in The Afraid and Toledo Panic. After that, May 9th at Solaris in Murrieta, California. You can go see Guttermouth playing with Das Clown, Emily and the Blackout, Sick Sense, Taken Days, and Rare Gents. Tickets are at suckerpunchproductions.com if you want to get those tickets. Then, that one. I was about to read one that happened last weekend. You don't want to go see that one. Today, Friday, May 2nd, you can go see Hub City Stompers on a Ska Friday at Batch Brewing in Corktown. That is in Detroit, it looks like. And you can also see a couple cool Detroit bands, Killer Diller and The Loyal. You can see on the flyer the lineup there. Doors at 6, The Loyal at 7:30, Killer Diller at 8, Hub City Stompers at 9:30. It's $15. Get there tonight. Tomorrow, May 3rd, Hub City Stompers are moving over to Pittsburgh to play with Submachine, Complete Fucker, Drastic Action, and it's $10, 7 p.m., 21 and older. Unfortunately for you youngsters there, get to Porky's Bar and Grill. Then, on Sunday, May 18th, Youth Brigade, leading up to Punk Rock Bowling, which I believe is the weekend after that. I'll be there. But not here, unfortunately. I'll see some of these bands, I'm sure. Youth Brigade, Pistol Grip, Knuckleheads, Badass. That lineup is badass. That'll be at Terragram Ballroom in downtown LA on Sunday, May 18th. So definitely go check that one out if you're in the area. Get your Punk Rock Bowling week, at this point, I guess, kicked off right. Also in Los Angeles, but prior to this one, Saturday, May 10th at the Offbeat Bar on York in LA. It's a 5 to 9 p.m. for $5, and you get to go see Noise Agents. I was telling you they were playing that show on May 10th. Well, the lineup will also consist of Splinter, Bug Out, and Shoebies. Unfortunately, it's 21 and older, but, it's a Road to Rebellion show for Noise Agents. Make sure you go check it out if you're going to be in that area. Here's a quick flyer of that Noise Agents May 2nd show. They'll be traveling in with Shoebies, playing with Children of Eden, Atomic Jellyfish, Quid Punk Quo, and CFA. It's a free show there at Double Down Saloon, so go check that one out. Then, at Cherry Street Station in Wallingford, Connecticut on Sunday, May 18th, you can see Shape for Battle, The Stress, The Abductors, Grem, Killer Line. The Welch Boys are on that one. So many great bands. Looks like sponsored by Oitism Records, Deadlocked Productions. It's a 21 and older show. It's $13 in advance, $18 the day of show. Either price is worth it because all those bands are killer. It shows you there. Doors are at 4. First band is playing at 4:30. So almost a matinee. It's kind of a matinee. Get there and go check those bands out. Those are some killer fucking bands on that lineup. So definitely go check yourself in for that show. On Saturday, May 17th, and this will be in Lowell, Massachusetts. A couple of those bands are playing together. Shape for Battle, Welch Boys, also playing with Bad Terms and DHS. Another outstanding lineup. That's the day before, like I said, in Lowell at Thirsty First Tavern. It's 21 and older, $15. Worth it for sure. First band's at 8:30. Doors are at 7:30, so get there. Fest that's this weekend, May 2nd and May 3rd, probably happening right now. It's at the Kilowatt. I believe this is in France. It's got to be Rendezvous Bal de Varine. I'm not sure where Bal de Varine are, but somewhere there in France. Look at this lineup on this flyer. Crux, Beton Army, Condor, The Flex, L'Inquisition, 45 adapters are heading over. The Damn Givers, who just dropped a new release probably like a month or so ago. No, in April. It was in April. Video, Flip, Frustration, Syndrome 81, The Oppressed, California Slugger, The Enforcers, Kaleko Erdengak, Alvida, and Otto Lease. Such a killer lineup there. It's going to be at Le Kilowatt. Both days is €45. One day is €27 each. So it's worth it if you can get there both days. The lineups are really good on both days. Then there is Punks in the Park. Punks in the Park as this weekend in San Francisco on May 3rd. So you want to go check that out. The lineup for Punks in the Park. I got a flyer here. Oh, there it is. This is the right flyer. in San Francisco. It's an all-ages show. You get to see Pennywise, Screeching Weasel, Lagwagon, Comeback Kid, Good Riddance, Leftover Crack, Dead to Me, Manic Hispanic, RKL, The Queers, Channel 3, The Side Eyes, Knockdown, La Boresca, and The Lucky Egypts. Go to punkinthepark.com to get yourself some tickets and any other information. It's at Cow Palace in San Francisco. Then on May 15th, Scruffy Murphy's in Birmingham. You can go see Rotunda and Always Fast, always Anti-Fascist. There you go. That's Contempt. I don't know if I'm getting that right. I know Contempt. Contempt. It's Contempt and Rotunda. I know Rotunda. You can go see that show. It's doors of €7 or £7 in advance, 10 at the door, and there is a little QR code. You can scan that while it's still on the screen. That's going to wrap up this episode of Live and Wired. Thank you for tuning in this week. As Eric told you, he's going to have a whole bunch of shows that he's going to go see this next week, so a lot of Tales from the Pit on the next one. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.